welcome to another episode of Nerd Variety Podcast. Cheer,
Yay,
woo,
yay,
cheer.
woo, yay.
Woo! We're
Yeah.
here! Yay!
All right. Yes, we're all here. I am Josh, one of the hosts, and to my far right, from my perspective, we have Matt Monster Mash Burton.
We did the monster mash. We did the mash. Happy late Halloween, everybody.
Thank you. And of course, to my somewhat right, we have Hayden. All my friends are heathens. Rafferty.
That sort of checks out. Are you calling yourself a heathen?
I know to be a heathen sometimes.
I call him that all the time. And
Okay.
I've been known to call myself that too. So
Because we all, Matt. Yeah, you can't talk, Matt. You can't talk.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean-
I just said I've called myself that. So yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, yeah.
I've self-identified, and a lot of my friends are heathens.
See?
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
It all works out. We're all heathens. We're all friends with heathens. Woe is us. But we're not talking about us today. We're talking about
That's what makes
characters.
Life
What was that, Matt?
fun. I said that's what makes life fun.
There you go. But we're not talking about us and the heathenous things we've done. We're talking about characters in media, comics, movies, TV shows, the works, etc. that we hate. I know we've talked about I'm sure we've had a character episode before. We've run over characters, but I don't think we've actually like had a hate sesh or vented about like characters that we don't like. Hayden, do you recall any particular episodes?
Episodes. I recall some characters.
Yeah, we talked about characters we identify with.
Yeah,
Well-
but I do remember. I'm pretty sure I remember Hannah saying she hated a couple characters, and y'all mentioning them, but I don't think y'all have done a in-depth episode on it.
No, probably not. But that's what today is for. We are going to share characters that we hate. I think we were going to do like based off a like a medium, but like I said before, we're just going to kind of group them all from different sources. So we all have.
Which is great because my character I hate in every medium that I've ever seen him in, so that's perfect.
Yeah. So I think we might want to start with Matt because he's chomping at the bit here, and
you sure you
he's got a lot.
Go last?
I think we'll have you go first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Hayden, are you cool or what's? Yeah. Since I don't think you have like picked up on who they're talking about.
Not entirely.
Okay, well, this will be fun. So Matt, tell us, who is this character that you hate so much?
Okay, well, I hate this character so much that I decided to write the opposite of a love letter. I wrote a hate letter. And I've chosen 10 reasons why I hate this character. So, shall I begin?
Please.
Proceed, please. Pray tell.
Dear Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, oh how I hate thee. Let me count the ways. 1. You a petty bitch. 2. You should really stop screwing with timelines. 3. Use a petty mofo. 4. You essentially created the guy you hate just because. Because he went back in time and essentially created the Flash because he hated the Flash. Why?
Yeah.
Hate causes us to do self-destructive things.
Yes.
5. You are the petty king. 6. It is okay that Barry did not want to be your friend. Let it go. 7.
Never.
Please stop being so petty. 8. You married the man you hate's wife just because you could.
In one medium, one timeline, one,
Yes, but still, like, again, that also applies to him screwing with timelines.
Yeah, you screwed a couple.
Yeah, which I'm not absolving Barry of, but that's a whole nother episode for a different day because he needs to stop doing the same thing. But Reverse Flash does it and he just does it just to screw with Barry, like that one person. He doesn't do it to go change a whole world or or change something in a whole line. It's just to screw with Barry and Barry alone.
Yes, Thawne could have. Thawne could have easily like gone back in time and like done put his hand through Hitler, but no, he decided to go back in time and like push Barry's best friend down the stairs so he would be alone as a kid.
yeah. Or marry his wife just so she wouldn't know who he was, or make him the evil version of him just so he could marry her. Like, why?
Yeah.
Number 9, all hail Super King Petty Bitch. Started to put Super King Command Man Petty Bitch. I changed mine.
Do you feel like
10.
But you got him in there anyways.
Yeah, go ahead with number 10. Go ahead, number
10. You really should be mad at your own parents.
Yeah.
You can say that about almost any villain in anything.
But no, most villains have normal names though, except for Carnage. Cletus Cassidy, that's not normal.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say
this is my son. This is my son. I will call him Cletus.
No. But like Eobard, like, bruh, I would.
Well, isn't he from like the 52nd century?
I thought it was 25th century.
Maybe it is.
It's one of them.
Yeah,
it's got those numbers in there.
In the far future, where 20th century heroes are like legends and myths, somewhat mythical. Hundreds of years since they were active and on the earth. So
yes, but that's my thing though. If you're naming your kid something futuristic, it wouldn't be something like Eobard.
Yeah, I mean, our names it's been like what our names have been around since for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Hayden, I don't know, do you know like the like your name origins, like?
No.
Like where it came from?
It came from. For me, it just came from me. But
well, I mean, you're not the only person that's named Hayden.
I am. Yes.
Okay. All right. Anyway, but yeah, our names have been around for thousands of years, so I don't understand I don't know anyone in this timeline, in this time and space that we're in, that would be called, that would. No.
Like, yeah, exactly. So, like, and it just, I know we have a Flash episode coming up, or CW Universe episode coming up, but like, there's a lot of things in the Flash that in the TV show that bother me, but like him in particular, in every medium since I've seen the Flash, like even if it's in the video games, because he does messed up stuff in the video games.
Oh yeah.
Like it's the animated shows, the animated movies, the comics, bro. So I was watching, there's a bunch of comic people that I follow online or whatever, and I was watching a video about one of the issues of the Flash. And in the issue, like Barry, Godspeed, and Reverse Flash team up to fight some major Speed Force villain.
Mm-hmm.
And so Barry is trying to separate Godspeed and Reverse Flash because they're arguing about who's faster or who's better or whatever. So they stop arguing and Barry gets them to work together. So they finally work together. And as soon as they kill the villain, Reverse Flash turns around and snaps Godspeed's neck. And it's like, dude, why? Just stop.
That is it.
He literally could have just like gone on to like do his own thing and just not mess with Barry after Barry left his timeline when they met. Like, but no, he just had to keep screwing with him. And that's why
Yeah.
I hate the Flash in every medium.
Yeah, he's the worst. But he's so good at being the worst.
Yeah, and that
And
bothers me even more.
and he's
Because it's
so
like,
OP too.
yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually why he's one of my like favorite villains.
I know. Like I respect it as a villain, but I hate him so much. There's so much
Yeah.
plot armor tied to him. It makes me
Like
angry.
literally he's like, oh, why isn't he dead yet? Oh, he's living paradox. He can't die. I mean, you can kill him, but he'll just come back.
I
It
ripped
won't stick.
I ripped myself into pieces of the reverse speed force, so now I can never die because all I have to do is pull my pieces back together. Yeah, okay, whatever, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like, just go somewhere. Get
That's some
out of here.
remember that reminds me of the episode of that Demon Slayer episode when he
Yep.
thought he chopped
Yep.
Spider Kid's neck.
Yeah.
It's like
I
actually
severed my own head with my own wires before you could touch me. No! That's
I
so
was
stupid.
so pissed off. I was so pissed off.
I remember we stopped that whole episode like, no. And you were like, what in the reverse flash BS is this? And I was like, yeah,
Literally.
exactly. Anyway, end of my rant. Someone
Yes.
else go.
Good pick. Hayden, who is a character that you hate?
A character that I hate, I feel like it's very common. It's not an exactly bold opinion here, but why mess with a classic now? Professor Dolores Umbridge.
Ooh.
Ooh. I mean,
Ooh.
is there actually anyone more hateable?
No,
she is in the top echelon. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. God tier hate level character.
Right. Yeah.
Screw her altogether.
Right. Like, because she does things so like knowingly, seemingly, she just like she knows what's going on, but like the worst part is she isn't even serving Voldemort.
No, she's just
but she is in the end. She's like she just ends up serving him. It's like you're supposed to be part of the Ministry of Magic, supposed to be fighting evil wizards or like keeping an eye on evil wizards, but you're insistent on like hurting the good ones.
yeah. Like on a meme on the internet that I'm about to actually send to our group, and Hayden, you can read it later. But like, and it just says that it basically says that Umbridge is so hateable because she's so relatable. Because we've all had to work with or be around somebody that you know, or had a teacher that like just had it out for you, for no reason at all. Like they're just being over the top and overbearing for no reason.
Yeah, I've had teachers and stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. I think we all have, and that's what makes her so hateable, is because she's so relatable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this to the group.
I've never had any teachers that hated me, but
I never had any that hated me, but I had some that were a little overbearing, a little bit.
I'm sure I had plenty that hated me. I can recall at least one.
But of course, we all know those teachers that were very so much for the rules, and were just wanted an excuse to use those rules against the student when they win against them, even in an unintentional or just for they just happen to break the rules. Like, oh well, I'm gonna lay the full force of the law on you for fucking up.
Yep.
Yeah. Just the worst. I'm glad she they let her out into the forest and let the centaurs, kind of,
Yeah.
put the fear of God in her.
Yeah.
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 That was great.
I wonder what happened with her at the end. Like, what happened to her after the series, after the war, the Wizarding War?
That's a good question. I always wondered that too.
I don't know.
Well,
it'd be interesting to know. Just see if maybe she ended up.
She should be an Ask Man for life.
yes.
If she's not dead.
I don't know why it just popped into my mind. She should be. You're probably gonna hate me for this. She should be grabbed and taken down by a Balrog.
Nice.
Yeah. I think she and the Balrog would actually get along.
Yeah.
They might actually.
Oh, you hit everything that's good and pure about the world? Me too.
Yeah.
Hey, partnership. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Very hateable.
It's a very, very, very good choice. I bet they're in Azkaban getting their souls sucked out 24/7.
I would hope so for her especially.
I'm gonna wish to have a comment.
Did I say something, Hayden?
What? No.
Was it something I said?
No, it's something that my brain interprets.
Oh, okay.
It's more of that.
He literally set it up, and I wasn't gonna touch it. I was just gonna leave it alone.
Y'all are strong. I appreciate that.
I do what I can.
Yeah. You do what you can. I have a character. It's actually a tie between two characters that are the worst, but I feel like they're really similar, especially given the show that they're in. I'm looking at Game of Thrones, and I'm looking at the characters Joffrey and Ramsay.
Of course, the two
Is that
most
fair?
hateable.
Is that fair to group them together, or to use them as count them as a tie character? Is that fair?
I don't think that's fair, and here's why. Because one is inherently and way above worse than the other.
Yes. So
I mean, is he though? Is either one of those
it
worse
depends
than
on
the
which
other?
order. It depends on which way you put them, because I would say that Ramsay is way worse than Joffrey, even though both of them are absolutely terrible. I think Ramsay is way worse.
Fair.
Joffrey, to me, Joffrey was just power hungry and arrogant. Ramsay was just, I don't give a crap. I'm just gonna let everything burn and screw you if you don't like it.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we're trying to debate the tie of who's worse, Joffrey or Ramsay. And Matt, I think I feel like you're saying Ramsay, and Hayden is looking at Joffrey as, pretty close or above Ramsay as far as who's the worst.
Hayden, you can go first.
I mean, I think they're both really bad. I think Joffrey is. I think Joffrey's worse. I think Joffrey's worse just because he gets like a whole other level of joy from it, from what he does and being a torturous little shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like Ramsay, if I recall, he basically does it like for his father, right?
And for himself. He took a lot of he basically took over the role of torturer, and taking care of the prisoners and taking care of handling people that his father didn't want to get rid of, dispose of, from what I remember from their parts in the show.
Yeah.
And the other thing with Ramsay for me is he may have started out doing stuff for his father, but then he just was like, nah, I love this. And so like I'm gonna just go absolutely overboard with it. And like the torturing of Theon, like, man, I don't think Joffrey would have went that far. Like,
Yeah, looking at it, now, it's like Joffrey was a precursor to Ramsay, and Ramsay did what Joffrey didn't have enough. Rolf, I said both names at the same time. Joffrey was more in the spotlight, so I guess he couldn't really afford to indulge his sadistic streak as much as Ramsay was able to. Ramsay had, the power, the station that comes from being his father's son, but also from having, not being out in the open that as Joffrey was. So
right.
Ramsay had been doing it for a while under the radar, and then when he got in power, he was just able to just keep doing what he was doing because everybody knew that, oh, that's Ramsay's thing. He's not trying. He's always been like that, and that drove fear into his enemies because they saw that, oh, he's this guy's with the flayed man people, and he's gonna he's gonna get us if we're not careful. But just looking at all the stuff that he did, and he killed a lot of like main characters, way more than Joffrey did or was allowed to. I feel like Joffrey would have, killed Tyrion or Sansa or other people if he had the chance, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Joffrey would have killed all the rest of the Starks if he had been given the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
So that being said, where would you rank them as far as, would you still think it's a tie, or would you rank one higher than the other?
I gotta put Ramsay higher just because of God, like things that Joffrey would have done, Ramsay actually did.
Yeah.
I
agree with that.
Yeah. Hayden, do you concur?
Yeah. Ramsay's just the older version of Joffrey.
Yeah.
Ramsay's the upgrade that we never wanted.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Very true. Ramsay can't blame his problems on being an incest baby.
Yeah, that only goes.
Oh, that's
so
just.
far.
Oh, that's just Joffrey. He's inbred. It's okay. I mean, if it's not a physical thing, it's got to be a mental thing, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
that's freaking hilarious, though.
But yeah, it's just God, the torturing of Theon, just the brutal killing of other people and that you see in the show, and he killed Rickard, Rickon's his name. Yeah, just killed him right in front of John. Yeah. He killed his dad and his dad's new bride with their infant child. It just, I'm glad the wolves tore him up. That was very cathartic death.
I will say I haven't finished Game of Thrones, and I don't really intend to, but I will say that I won't know what's happening if it's in the end.
You definitely, it's towards the end, and you definitely should finish it just because it's the last season is a little rushed and it has its own things, but you should at least finish it.
Yeah, I'd say finish it. It's worth watching, especially after seasons up to finish out season 6. Season 7 and 8 are of course a little off the rate, a little off the cuff, but it's still worth finishing out just to see how the story ends. Right. And there's still a lot of good stuff between like in the first. What season did you end off? Did you last end off on?
How many were there total?
8.
I think it was the beginning of 6. John had just come back to life.
Okay. So yeah,
So that was
Uh,
that 6 or 7? I can't remember.
that's 6. That's 6 because he dies at the end of 5. Spoiler alert for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched
this
it by
point-
now,
At this point, it's not spoilers unless it's for House of the Dragon.
yeah.
Right.
Which is also very good.
We'll still put a spoiler tag on this episode just so people know. Hey, we're talking about The Flash and Game of Thrones. So
Yeah. But
So, yeah.
I think we all have valid reasons and valid points.
yep. Ramsey is the worst. Joffrey is a close second behind him.
Umbridge is
Umbridge is undoubtedly the worst.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, God. Do we have yeah, Thon's evil. They're all
Thrawn's
evil.
just-
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's also the villain of the DC universe, which is Warner Brothers.
That's the absolute worst.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
Like, who didn't want to see the Batgirl movie?
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm so. I know they've been going through their merger with Discovery, but gosh, they had no reason to just cut
Off.
a project like that. Just a finished project. They just cut it, and God, it had there's so much potential there.
That reminds me. The new season
know.
of Titans starts tonight.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yep. I'm gonna
I
watch that.
can't wait. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I'm still in like the first season of Titans. I have a hard time making my way through it.
The first season is
Yeah,
not written.
season 1 is rough.
Yeah, it's not
But
written
once
as
you
well
get
as it
through
could be.
Season 2 picks up very nicely, and it just gets better from there.
Oh yeah. Season 2, they found their.
Season 1,
I've
they
also
found their thing.
I've also been trying to do some Batwoman.
Yeah. Now that it's ended, I do want to try, getting back into it, or just because I only watched like a few episodes from season 1, just to see, how they adapt things. But I did see a lot of, I'm getting kind of over some of the CW like drama that they put in that they can just inject. It's like, all right, we're doing a pretty good adaptation of this superhero or these superhero characters. Let's just gonna take this needle and just inject some soap opera stuff. Just tell me when to stop. Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm just gonna keep injecting. No.
Exactly. Like, we don't need all the soap opera stuff in our superhero shows.
We don't. We need. Yes. It's natural. We need natural character conflict, but not drama. Don't want that.
Because let's be honest, we don't need all the relationship drama. We can have a little bit. And that's one of the things that a lot of the Batman shows did very well. They touched on his relationship, like romantic relationships, until he got with Selena. But they didn't go all in on it for like a whole arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or a whole half an episode or something like that.
Yeah. I feel like that's what's just a kind of CW thing because of, their network and what they're known for and just who their target audience is. But yes, Warner Brothers is still kind of, needs to get it together. But maybe with, James Gunn and I think his name's, who is it? The guy from the head of Sabrin? It's James Gunn and the guy from Sabrin are the new heads of DC Studios, is what they're calling themselves now. So I have high hopes. I have hopes and not high hopes. I have hopes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me. I gotta go see Black Adam soon. So
me too.
Yes.
And then of course next weekend is Wakanda Forever. So I really want to see that.
Can't wait.
I've been trying to avoid watching a lot of trailers and stuff because I just want to see it because I know it's going to be great.
Yep. I saw everything I need to see in the teaser and in the official trailer, and that's all I want to see. I don't need to see any promos. I'm going to see it. You don't have to try to convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree 100% because I dang sure want to go see it. Like, that is on my list of things to do, especially now with everything going on in my life. But it's a subject for another day.
Gotcha.
But anyway,
do we have any honorable mentions as far as characters we hate? We all mentioned one, but I had another one.
You named two.
Well, I kind of wanted to use one person from Game of Thrones, but because I was thinking Baelish, I was thinking like Joffrey and Cersei and Ramsay, but I was thinking like, okay, Ramsay and Joffrey are pretty much universally hated, but they're kind of the same character. So which one's worse? So.
Okay. Well, I have an honorary one.
Okay.
All right.
Zeus. Just
from
Zeus in general.
From Greek mythology.
I love it.
Good.
I love
oh
it.
My God.
That's great.
Yeah. The worst.
Literally.
Yeah.
If it moves,
I'm gonna get
I'm a smash.
Also, I just recently started watching Blood of Zeus, and it's good.
It is really good.
And
I'm just watched Record of Ragnarok?
I haven't.
Record of Ragnarok is good. If you like Blood of Zeus, you'll like Record of Ragnarok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it also on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah. It's Record of Ragnarok's more of an anime. Is anime. But it's good. I'm ready for both of those to get second seasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to watch Blood of Zeus though, but I've heard and seen that it's really good. So
you'll like it, Matt. It's really good. Yeah. It's definitely. I like the animation style is great. How the portrayal of Hera and Zeus and the story arc it's metal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's very Greek mythology.
Yep. Very, very hardcore. Zeus in that show is still playing his game of Smite or Smash.
And sometimes he does both.
yeah, he does. Can't stop.
Zeus would do.
Yeah. Matt, do you have an honorable mention for a character that you hate?
There's a couple, mostly stemming from anime, but I would have to say Gourmet from Tokyo Ghoul.
I knew it.
Because since he's gonna be my honorable mention, just because, like, bro, that man is a child. Leave him alone.
Yeah,
just no, leave him alone.
And you also you can't be a proper proper person with social etiquette, but also want to eat people and throw them in a coliseum to I don't know. I remember he had Kaneki in a coliseum or something near the end of the season, and was like like he was offering him up or like bidding. It was or put him in a death match. I can't remember exactly, but he's probably so
like
annoying.
Had his body on display or some crap.
It's like God, like what's wrong with you? Like what are you after here?
Also, honorable mention from Tokyo Ghoul, the torture guy that snapped.
Oh yeah, the finger pop dude. Yeah.
No, screw that guy. He gave I remember specifically after that episode, me and you both were like, pause. I need a drink because what in the hell was that?
That guy was oh God, he was brutal. I'm glad he got what was coming to him.
I can't remember what his name was, but yeah, that guy for sure is another honorable mention. But that's about it for me.
Hayden, I think you'd like Tokyo Ghoul. It's really the first two seasons are pretty good. The next ones we haven't finished, or I haven't finished. But they kind of take the show in a slightly different direction. But it's worth the first two seasons are worth watching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't watch the Netflix adaptation. I have not watched it yet, but that's because I refuse to.
Wait! Netflix made a live action?
Yes.
Nope. 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 That's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. Live action? Nope.
Bro, they made a lot. They're making a live action Yu Yu Hakusho series that's due to come out soon. And I'm just like, why do you keep messing with my favorite things? Leave it alone.
What? A live action? There's no way that will flop like the other ones.
Exactly.
It's one of the greatest anime of all time.
But they need to make a live action of The Legend of Korra, just as a sequel to the Last Airbender live action movie. So
Hayden, we don't talk about that movie. It never happened. It does not exist.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't believe you willingly watched that.
I'm okay. I'm back. No, that's all I'm gonna say. No, unless the Netflix live action series is good and they do it in that style, then I will say yes. If they do it in that movie that I shall not name, if they do it in that style, no.
Yeah,
it's got to be a sequel, so exactly that style.
No, not a sequel. Not a sequel to that. A sequel to whatever Netflix is cooking up, which I'm gonna give it a college try to see what happens with it. Oh,
that brings me to another honorable mention. The Last Airbender.
No, Matt, because that never happened. That movie never happened. We don't talk about it. So there's nothing to like. There's no characters in a movie that ever happened.
You're right. So Hayden, the backstory to that is me and Josh decided to go see the movie. We were the only two in the theater.
No, there was a girl there. She cheered at the end.
I think she cheered at the end because she knew we were pissed because we were openly talking.
I don't think I think we were too far apart for her to see us, but I don't know if she liked it or if she was just glad it's over, but she cheered at the end. She stood up and clapped.
I don't remember her cheering. All I remember is unyielding rage.
I just remember, we went there, we had high hopes, and as the movie crept on, our hope started to fade away, our hope just drained out of us. And
that is the first movie that I openly stood up and tried to walk out of, but someone stopped me from doing it.
Because I thought that it would get better, and I was wrong, and I admit that.
I want my 2 hours back from that. Damn it.
Sorry, Matt.
Yeah.
So I have an honorable mention as well. Ash Ketchum.
What?
Yeah, I could see it.
I hate him. He's the worst.
I've never heard this before, so please elaborate because this is going to be great.
So Ash was supposed to be a rework of the character Red from the games, adapted for the TV show. But he's not Red. He's not. He is incapable. Yes, I know he's a kid, but you didn't have to be realistic in the fact of, he doesn't know anything because Ash knows nothing. He doesn't catch. He had to be given his first 2 badges, and it took him 20 years to win a tournament. It's no, that's not what the protagonist is supposed to do. The protagonist is supposed to win, each region, or at least he just frustrates me to no end. Watching it now and thinking back on and looking back at from when I watched as a kid, Ash is the worst.
I now that you say that, yeah, I can see it.
I understand that point.
Yeah. And I think it's from also they had a series called Pokemon Origins. I think that came out before X and Y was released, to kind of show off, kind of bridge the original story with Mega Evolution. And so I watched that and I was like, oh, this is a more faithful adaptation to the games, to the story of Pokemon Red and Blue, and this is what I this is what we should have got, or I wish I could have seen more of this, because they made it as more of a mini series. But yes, Ash is the worst. He sucks, and I don't like him.
Jeez.
Fair.
But like I said, fair enough. I can understand that.
Yeah. So those are characters we hate. We've thrown a lot of characters out there, but I'm sure that everyone will either agree with us or has their own characters they hate. But yeah.
One of mine would have been Frieza. But
yeah,
I've grown to love him over the last couple years.
You'll love to hate him.
Yeah, he's a good character to hate, but you love to hate him just because you can't hate him that much anymore.
Exactly.
You can still kind of hate him. He's good shit.
Yes, but he's good at what kind of like Reverse Flash. He's so good at being bad that you actually love it. Except I don't love it when Reverse Flash does it, because screw that guy entirely.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is our episode of Character Hate. Do we have an idea of what we're going to be talking about next episode?
That one is completely up to you guys, because this one was mine.
So I don't know. I can come up with something by the time we do it, or Josh, if you have any ideas.
Yeah, we've got our list there. But yeah, we'll do we'll hash some stuff out, and we'll see what we want to talk about next time.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. And keep an eye out on our socials. Hit us up on the Instagram. I think we're working on getting the first episode on YouTube if it's not already out for this revamp series. But yeah, just you'll see more of us soon. But until then, nerd out.
Nerd out.
Nerd out.